Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. If today somebody was to ask you to advise Raila Amollo Odinga in the current situation we are in our republic, a situation which is actually having mass demonstrations, protest, picketing, name it all, what could you have advised Raila Amollo Odinga? And remember, Raila Amollo Odinga is the former prime minister, is the person who has called for the protest across the nation. And he is threatening that if the bipartisan talks are not going to bear fruits within 30 days, that he is ready to call the Kenyans back to the streets. And you know what it means when Kenyans are back to the streets. So you are asked, give advice to Raila Amollo Odinga. What kind of advice could you give, could you deliver to Raila Amollo Odinga? So that's actually what I want to talk about. But before we do that, I could request you kindly to take a minute or two and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Always remember, whenever you subscribe, always smash the bell button and like our videos, share our videos to your friends, and if they're lovers of politics, then request them to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Now, let me give my honest advice I could give to Raila Amollo Odinga in the current predicaments we are faced in our republic today. So, for me, I could tell Raila Amollo Odinga that the first thing he must do is to bowl out of demonstrations once and for all. I could give this advice to Raila Amollo Odinga because being in the streets actually is earning him a bad name currently. In the past, Raila being in the streets, he was being seen as a champion of democracy. He was seen as a man who was fighting for the less fortunate of this nation. He was seen as a man who wanted Kenya to be a multi-party state or a democratic state. But currently, when Raila Amollo Odinga is in the streets, he is seen as a person who wants to enter into the government. He wants to have an handshake with William Samoei Ruto so that he can be in the government. And therefore, because of the current situation, because the way people feel the fight that Raila Amollo Odinga is having against the government as a personal gain, a personal benefit to him. That's why I could advise Raila Amollo Odinga to pull out of mass demonstration. The second thing I could advise Raila Amollo Odinga is that because we are going on with these talks, he should agree with William Samoei Ruto so that we can create the leader of opposition post, and that post must be financed by the government from the Kenyan tax. Secondly, he should help William Samoei Ruto so that we can create the post of the prime secretary in our republic so that it can be constitutional. And lastly, I could like Raila Odinga to go into a personal handshake with William Samoei Ruto in their own arrangement to request for William Samoei Ruto to lobby for him so that he can get an international job. So that once he gets an international job, then he can leave the post of opposition leader to Kalonzo Musyoka so that he can usher in the leadership of Kalonzo Musyoka to be the face of opposition leader in the future. So those are the advice I can give to Raila Odinga. And if Raila Odinga is not willing to do all that, then the last advice I can give Raila Odinga is to stop actually being on the streets so that he can have time to form ODM, to form a Smio fraternity by actually going to a nationwide recruitment so that he can have members who are going to have a political fight so that the opposition can be very strong, can have new members and old members so that as we approach to 2027, then you will find that the opposition side is quite formidable to remove William Samoei Ruto from going to be re-elected in the second term. And for Raila Odinga to do that, as I have said early on, he must bull out of the streets so that at least he can get enough time to do all that. Because I'm very sure Raila Odinga being in the street, he is going to be caught with the time. He will find that 2027 is here without a good formation of IEBC, without him doing proper grassroots recruitment so that he can have new opposition side members. And if he's going to be caught with the time, that means William Samoei Ruto is going to crop him and down and is going to go home in a very shameful way because Raila Odinga is actually a person who has been perceived as a political enigma. And because of that, he should do one thing which will send him home, still being that political enigma we know. I don't know what's your take. What could you actually advise Raila Amollo Odinga? Please drop your comment in the comment section below. And if this is your first time to bump into this YouTube channel, I could request you kindly to take a minute or two and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Remember to smash the bell button so that anytime we come up with any political content into YouTube, then YouTube can be in that position to notify you so that you can watch the content. And also share our videos to your friends. And if they are lovers of politics, then request them to subscribe to this YouTube channel too. And lastly, always remember, to give our videos a like. And by doing that, you will help us so that this video can be shared to very many people. And with that, I say, may God bless you all abundantly.